What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of Erik T Jackson TV. I'm your host. We've got a great one for you today. We're back on the campus of Sharpstown High School talking to seniors, trying to get their financial aptitude to another level. All right, we're talking to Bryan Valencia today, and he has a lot to say about the stock market, real estate, and entrepreneurship. So stay tuned. You're going to love it. Be back in 26 seconds. Peace. Welcome back, guys. So, Bryan, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Great to have you here. So let's start off by finding out, who are you, man?
I'm a senior in Sharpstown High School, and I'm an athlete.
Okay.
And I'll be going into college for financial.
Okay.
business.
So, what kind of athlete are you? Like, what do you do?
I play football, soccer, and baseball.
Awesome. 3-sport athlete. We love that. Okay, so not only are you an athlete, but you are big into finance. You say you plan on going to college for finance?
Yes, sir.
Have you picked a college yet?
That's what I was actually doing right now.
That's what you're
Figuring
focusing
out
on trying to do right now?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, as a senior, those deadlines are fast approaching,
Yeah.
right? Okay, good. Do you have any colleges in mind?
Your typical, community college, HBU, anything close.
HBU, so maybe HCC, Houston Baptist University. Real good schools, man. And your major is going to be, you thought about that?
I'm leaning into finance. Every business needs financing.
Mm-hmm.
And typically a lot of accountants like to steal from the companies.
Mhm.
So you can't steal from you if you know how it goes.
If you know how it goes, absolutely. Finance is a really good field, and there's a lot of jobs in that field because it's sort of broad, right? So you can do a lot of different things in that. Is there anything specific that you thought about in finance? Or right now you just want to get the degree and see where it takes you?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. See what would benefit me more.
Yeah. Okay, I got that, man. Well, good, man. Let's jump into it. So this is a YouTube channel that tries to improve the financial aptitude of our guests, okay, and students. So I want that when you have an IQ, right? You have a regular IQ. Well, I want to increase your financial IQ. So I want to see what you know, what you don't know, what I can maybe teach you, what the audience could maybe learn from you, right? All right. So let's. We have three tenets that we want to talk about here that deal with building generational wealth. We talk about the stock market, right? We talk about real estate, and we talk about entrepreneurship. Those three things are what we talk about right now. There's a lot of things involved in finance, right? But we discuss those three things right now to get you on the road to building wealth for you and your family. So let's talk about the stock market. So when I say stock market, what comes to mind?
Companies and money.
Companies and money, absolutely. Now, what do the companies do when a company issues stock? What is it doing?
It goes public and it lets other investors invest their money into that company.
Mm-hmm.
So usually the company uses that money to get bigger.
To do things to get bigger, absolutely. That's absolutely right. And that's a point that not a lot of my students have made, that the companies actually use the money that you buy the stock with to grow the company, right?
Yeah.
That's a big part of it. That's why they issue stock, so they can have money and cash to do things to help improve the company, right? Good, man. So have you thought about any companies that you, first of all, let me ask you, have you invested in any stocks right now?
No.
And if not, what companies, have you thought about any companies that you might want to invest in?
For right now, maybe any kind of electrical, any technology, stuff like that for the future. I think those are probably going to do good.
Yeah, over time they will. Technology stocks are taking a beating right now. So, buy. Right now is the time to buy technology stocks, other stocks that are down, right? But over the long term, he's absolutely right. I think technology stocks, artificial intelligence, all of that is going to be around, and it's going to be huge for the future. Okay, so any specific stocks that you've thought about maybe purchasing when you're able to?
No, not really. Any specific, not really.
Okay. So we always talk about you want to buy the stocks that maybe you use on a daily basis. Maybe it's a certain type of brand of footwear, clothing, or maybe you shop at a certain spot, right? You want to, those are companies that you use. So maybe the company is in good position. You can buy those stocks, things like that, right? So hopefully when he's buying stocks, he'll think about that and he'll make good, prudent decisions. Let's move on to real estate. So what does real estate mean to Bryan Valencia?
It means freedom. And pretty much if you think about freedom.
Freedom. So real estate gives you the freedom to do what?
To do whatever you want to do, pretty much. You have your rentals. You can go out, and travel, do stuff that you want. You don't have to be there.
Absolutely. If you have rentals, he's absolutely right. The rentals can be making you money while you're not even there, right? You can be traveling, you can be doing something else, and the rentals are making you money. Absolutely right. But rentals is not the only type of real estate that you can have, right? So what are some other types of real estate you know?
You can flip houses.
Absolutely. Buy houses, fix them up, and then sell them for more. Good.
You also have, I think it's called wholesale, where an investor, I think he gets a contract and sells the contract to somebody else. I think that's what it's called, wholesale.
There you go. Yeah, it is called wholesale. We'll get into more of that later on in another episode. Absolutely right. You can get a hold of a contract and then flip that contract and make money that way. So when it's time for you to move out on your own, what is your plan? I assume you'll be young. I don't know if you're going to do it right after high school or stay in a dorm and then get on your own after college. You plan on getting a townhome, getting an apartment, getting a house. Have you thought about that?
So far I've been thinking not to move right away.
Okay.
Just maybe buy a property, but not move out into the property. Rent it out while I'm living with my parents.
There you go.
Because they're not charging me rent or anything, so save up as much as I can.
Yes, sir. Smart. Hey, we make them different at Sharpstown. Absolutely. So he's gonna buy a house when he's able to move out, but he's not gonna move into it. He's gonna rent it out and stay where he is and save money and then be making money out of the rental. That's darn near brilliant. That's what I would say. That's an awesome idea, brother. So, any other thoughts on real estate that we haven't covered? Okay,
Just
good.
maybe,
Go ahead.
I think that the market's gonna crash pretty soon.
The real estate market. So it crashed in 08,
Yeah.
and right now it's a seller's market. Buyers beware. It's a seller's market. So you heard it here first. Bryan said it's gonna crash. So you might want to hold on to your money until it does. All right, good thought, man. Let's move on to entrepreneurship. Okay, entrepreneurship. What does it mean to you?
think money and long-term freedom. I wouldn't say freedom right away, because you know a lot of entrepreneurships they work more than 9 to 5. People have 9 to 5 jobs. They work a lot more, 12, 13, 14 hours. You know?
Building something.
So
Absolutely.
building long-term.
Yep. It's absolutely right. So for him, entrepreneurship means freedom, which is, what it is. Even when you work a lot, when you're working for yourself, it's something about that's a freeing feeling, working for yourself. You know, I work 12 to 15 hours a day trying to get this company off the ground, but guess what? You know, I'm working for myself. No one is telling me I can't work from 9 to 9. No one is saying I can't get up at 6 and go to work and be off by 4. That's very freeing feeling, right? And that's what he means by that. So, have you ever thought about being an entrepreneur, Bryan?
Yes.
Okay, what have you thought about it?
So far, I've heard that the logistics industry is a $700 billion industry.
Okay.
So I think that's something good to get into.
Okay, so for the people that don't know, logistics, what is it?
Logistics is trucking.
Okay.
Moving one product to somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Which needs to be done. We need to move product around. So I think that's
absolutely. So that's what you're thinking of getting into as an entrepreneurial job. Trucking industry. It's huge. It's always jobs. It's very, there's a need everywhere. And just speaking from experience, a cousin, friends, or multiple cousins, that I went to college. I got degrees and that type of thing. They did not. They went the trucking route. They're entrepreneurs. They own their own trucks, multiple trucks. They're doing well. I just feel like, and Bryan hit it on the head, man, the logistics industry, man, it's something that keeps this world going. So, if you're looking to go into entrepreneurship, that's an awesome avenue to go into, and I'm glad Bryan mentioned that, because I was going to mention it to him, but, he's a bright guy, so he's on top of that. Good deal, man. So, you talked about going into finance in college. So, are you going to try and relate finance to maybe logistics in any type of way, or is it just two different avenues that you have a possibility of going into?
No, I want to put them together. Okay. So, and the only thing about logistics that keeps a lot of people away is the expenses. Okay. You have diesel. Diesel skyrocketing in price. Yep. You have maintenance. Yep. The trucks, they're very expensive. So that's kind of what keeps people away. So you have to make your numbers right. Yeah. You can't, just estimate, because then you'll go broke, you'll go negative. Yeah. So I think that's something very important, and taxes too. And taxes. Yeah, taxes. Absolutely. Yeah, kills a lot of people. Pay your taxes. Absolutely. Yeah. So I want to see maybe getting into taxes, learning about a little bit of everything and financing. Good. So that's something where you dig deeper, or the more classes you take, you'll learn more about that. But absolutely, man, that's something you want to know about when you're trying to be your own boss. Because they can get away from you in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? So, great deal, man. So, Bryan, do you have any questions for me? Yes, I wanted to ask you about what do you think about the real estate market? A lot of buyers are overbidding into the houses. So most houses right now, I wouldn't say most houses, but a lot of houses are being overvalued. Right. So do you think it's going to crash? Well, that's a good thought. Generally, like when you look at history, the crashes are generally every 20 years or so. Our last crash was about 14 years ago. So you are on point with the idea that a crash might occur, or in essence, the bubble might burst, right? Because the houses they're overvalued quite a bit, but it's because of all the money that is coming in
to buying these houses. People are buying houses with cash. They're coming from different states. Like they'll sell an $800,000 house in California. You know what I'm saying? Take that cash, come to Texas, and pay cash for a $600,000 house that looks a lot better than that house in California. And just so many people are doing that the market, you know, it really feels like it's gonna burst, because that cannot be sustainable, right? But you know, we'll see. Good question, man. Really good question. All right, Bryan. So now, I'd like for you to look at the camera, look at the people, and maybe tell them something that you've learned today.
So I've learned that I'm pretty much reading books and different podcasts. It is good to invest while you're young, because you really don't have any expenses. You don't have anybody that you have to. You don't have kids. You don't have any real expenses. So instead of wasting your money in food, which is what I like to do, you invest it, and or nobody's gonna do it for you.
Right.
If you don't do it, nobody will.
Right. Also, investing while young gives you more time. Now, if you start when you're 18 to 20, by the time you're 60, that's 40 years worth of time in the market or in real estate and all that. If you wait till you're 30 or 40, then it's only 30 to 20 years, and you've lost all that time. So he's absolutely right. Investing while you're young is, it's what Erik T Jackson TV is trying to promote. But it's what's practical, man. You do that, and you'll be better off as you get older. No doubt, Bryan. No doubt. Hey, appreciate you stopping by, brother. I've been trying to get you on here for a while, man. I'm glad I was able to track you down and get you on here, man. You have great thoughts. I'm sure the people watching have learned something. We appreciate you, brother. And it's Erik T Jackson TV. I'm your host, Bryan Valencia. Out of here. Peace.